Today's a proud day in the city of Fall River. Today's the day that we raise the celebratory steel beams at the brand new Durfee High School. You're going to hear from some speakers today. You're going to recognize and honor a lot of the people that were responsible for today. But first, as we do in this great city, honor and recognize the nation in which allows for a free public education is the cornerstone of our democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present our marching band and the national anthem performed by one of our own BMC Durfee students, Julia Bauer. Please rise. I can assure you of the talent of BMC Durfee. If you look behind me, you see the brand new auditorium. In just one short year, we'll be singing that same anthem inside that auditorium on the first day of school. When we think about the great work, the collective effort of a city that believes in its future, a city that believes in its children, to invest in a new high school. It's the largest undertaking a community can do. This is a $265 million project behind us. It's a testament to the goodwill and the good faith of this great city, the teamwork amongst our elected officials and our hard-working public servants, the taxpayers who invest in a democracy. Again, the cornerstone of our democracy, a free public education to all who show up ready, willing, and able to achieve. Before we start today's ceremony, I'd like to welcome several folks who were responsible for today. From the school committee, we have our vice chair, Mark Costa. We have Joe Martins. We have Tom Corey. And we also have who you will hear from, the mayor-elect, member of the school committee, Paul Coogan. George Hessler, and school committee-elect Mimi Larrabee. We're proud to be represented by all three members of the House who represent this great city. State Rep Carol Fiola, State Rep Alan Sylvia, State Rep Paul Schmidt. Representing Congressman Keating's office, we have Glenda. We have old friend and City Council-elect Linda Pereira. We also have from the City Council Joe Camara. And our friend from the Bells Committee who's responsible for a lot of this work today, Les Corey. We're represented by the deputies of both the police and the fire departments today. We have our representatives also from the Bay Coast Bank and the Bristol County Chamber of Commerce. We also have the presidents of our teachers union and our administrators union. Then we have the greatest people in the city of Fall River, our school principals. We're also honored today to be joined by our construction management team, Suffolk Construction, Chris Whalington, Sean Edwards, and George and Neil Regis. Today we have many people who could not be here, but who have extended their great thanks and respect for being part of this project. We want to thank all of those who could not be here. If I missed someone, I'm sorry. I did the best I could do. And that's all you can ask for. Today's event honors the symbolism of milestone and evolution, of progress. Today's event is when we will raise a steel beam to signify the conclusion of the steel phase of this project. This milestone is commemorated by the painting of a beam white and having the steel crew place this beam into the new building as a sign of prosperity. This custom goes back many, many generations, centuries in fact. And today we're honored to be able to hear from one of the fine folks who get up and rise before the sun to put steel up and build and make America great again. Can we honor and welcome, please, my good friend, Peter, the iron worker.
Thank you. I'd first like to say thank you all for coming and joining us in this celebration. I'd like to thank all of my team here. Without their hard work, this building would never be a success. And all of the project management team and construction management team from Suffolk, they made the job a lot easier than it could have been. So thank you all. So the tree, I know many people maybe they don't know. I didn't know about it till about 5 minutes ago. So it is a big symbol in the steel industry. It signified that construction has reached the sky without loss of life or injury, and it embodies the wealth of the future inhabitants of the building. Throughout history, the tree appeared to have conveyed different meanings to different people. It is believed to go back to 700 AD, when the Scandinavians topped their newly completed structures with sheaves of grain for Odin's horse, Sleipnir? Some horse. Odin, supposedly impressed with his consideration for his horse, bestowed good luck on the future inhabitants. It was also a signal to those nearby that it was time to start the celebration of a job well done. The Vikings spread the custom across portions of the European world that they raided and colonized. The Britons and Germans substituted small trees for the sheaves of grain, and the German tribes made a particular point of using only evergreens. Some historians suggest that the Vikings themselves adopted the pine tree for the topping off. Regardless, the tradition appears to have reached America via the immigrant Norwegian iron workers in 1898. Though others also attribute the custom to the Native Americans, who believed that no structure should be taller than a tree. Therefore, Native Americans topped off buildings with an evergreen to appease the forest spirits. Americans have, however, added their own twist to the ceremony by placing an American flag on one end of the beam. Whatever the slant, history indicates the evergreen symbolizes positive things. Good luck for future occupants, new or continued growth in concert with the environment, and a safe job well done. It is about the satisfaction taken in getting the hard part done. A great deal of labor may lie ahead, but in putting this last beam in place, we have prefigured the whole. The ceremony announces the construction and project team's pride in the construction progress and accomplishments. Thank you once again. It was a pleasure to do this for Fall River and for Durfee High School, and we hope to be in a bigger part of the next community as well. Thank you very much.
Peter the Ironworker. Peter, I need one of those gorilla jackets. You gotta get me one of those. That is cool. We also have Fall River's own K.R. Resendiz, who did all the site work. Can we give them a huge round of applause? We have former president of Bristol Community College, Mr. Sprague, and Mrs. Sprague from the Children's Museum, also here. And there's one person on my team that we have to call out for literally being on the clock 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, the hardest working person in the city of Fall River, our Chief Operating Officer, Kenny Pacheco. One of the things I hope that folks have seen on Twitter is how we recognize each phase of the project, and it's really the hard-working folks who have made this possible. And we want to humanize this work. We have our own construction students here today. Can we give them a huge round of applause for our construction tech CBT program? Last year we graduated one of our own who went right into the LIUNA apprentice program and hopefully could be working on our project soon. So we want to thank our partnership with the Laborers Union as well as we think about building this great nation once more. I'd now like to introduce the mayor-elect of this great city, Mr. Paul Coogan.
I didn't wear a sport coat or anything today because I wear my Durfee colors. Because this is where I lived for a long, long time. Right where these kids are, I lived here. I have to thank a couple of people that worked very hard to get this built today. We had to go in front of the voters and make our case for why we needed a new school. And I was a little remiss, probably a little slow, and one of my friends, Melissa, said to me, are you going to wake up and get into this battle, or where are we going? And I got to meet some great people like Kristen and people all over this city, and Rebecca to work with them, and Gary, and people that wanted to go out. Mike, we went out and got this voted on and passed, and we're here today. When this opens up, it's going to be a centerpiece for the Fall River public school system. This is going to be the biggest community school in Bristol County. People are going to come here for shows, for events, get their hair done, have something to eat. And it's all because of everything you see going on here today and the hard work that went on behind the scenes. I couldn't be more proud of everybody, and I just know that I tip my cap to you, because without everybody here, all the voters, the people that worked with us on this question, and the people that are working on the building now, this could never be done. Thank you very much, and let's get the rest of this school built quickly. Thank you.
On the beam behind my right shoulder is signed by the members of the 11th and 12th grade who worked so hard to get this project approved, but who will graduate before it opens. So today that beam signifies their presence as part of the project. We also want to thank Missy Pansley also for all her work out there to get this done as well. The beam over my left shoulder is all the folks who are part of the work to get this done. So we want to thank them for signing that, and that will also be front and center in the new building. One of the great parts about my job is that I get to work with such fine, outstanding people who put their heart and soul into this work, who truly bleed red and black. When you think about Durfee High School, this is a great city, and one of the things that's so great about this city is that we have so many people who work here, that grew up here, went to school here, and now have returned to raise their own kids in this city. and honor and recognize the pride and tradition of what it means to be a Hilltopper. I can't think of anyone better than I want leading the flagship of our school system than Principal Matt Damaris. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Damaris.
Good morning, everyone. It's with a deep sense of gratitude that I'm standing in front of you as the principal of my alma mater and the alma mater of so many people here already. How many graduates do we have in the audience today? How about over here, local? We got some over here. Any iron? Okay. Yeah. We've got local talent. We've got talent from across the country and around the globe putting this school together. What is it that they're doing? They're building a place for the generations that follow, the students that are here today, to learn and grow. But we're already learning from the building. The students that you see here from the construction craft labor, along with engineering students, as well as students from 4 different area voc schools, have been on site learning from the project, learning from Suffolk, learning from AI3, our architects, learning with Left Field, our project manager. It's an intense amount of teamwork going on now, and it was an intense amount of teamwork that got us to this point. Our leadership in Boston, leadership at the local level, leadership within the community came together and got this done for our city. Why? Because you kids matter. And you need to walk into a building that tells you you matter every day. A little over a year ago, we were out here, maybe about 100 yards that way, breaking ground. And here we are, the structure, the skeleton is almost up. We're going to wrap it, and here we go. There's going to be many more moments, but I can't wait to cut the ribbon to open this school in a year and a half. So thank you all for being here. Let's have a great day.
So, before our final speaker, there's 2 groups of people, there's 2 organizations that are behind the scenes that you probably never even heard of. The first one of our project managers, Left Field. They're our owners, project managers. They represent the city of Fall River in all decisions involving the project. And they carry this as deeply as we do in this city in their hearts. So we want to thank Left Field for all the work that they've done. And then the final group that I'd like to honor and recognize are our architects, AI3. I see them hiding in the back, and it's kind of symbolic of what they do. But think about there was, 20,000 pages of architectural drawings that it's taken to get to this phase. That's how detailed and meticulous that work is. So we want to thank AI. Look at the vision. Your vision has come to life. And this is your baby, AI3, and we want to thank you for that. Now, so why are we here today? We're here because in Fall River, kids come first. I can't think of any community in Massachusetts that believes that more strongly than the residents of the Spindle City. Our city. Kids come first. So we're here today to build a school to represent the future and hope of the generations to come, the next 100 years of this great city on the move. It's fitting today that we hear from one of our own, Durfee student, school committee designee, Dorothy Barrows.
Hello, all dignitaries. Thank you all for joining us on this momentous day that marks another step towards the future of Durfee High School and the city. Seeing Durfee's past, present, and future before me alongside those who support it is a great sight to see. I can say that it brings me great joy and pride to walk into the current building every day and see that its future is already being built and being taken care of. I won't lie, it is strange having heard everyone talk about their experiences in the old Durfee on Rock Street, but it is amazing that soon enough, in a few years, I'll be able to talk about my old Durfee on Ellsbury Street. I've had a great time at Durfee High School. It's actually been a center of my life for almost a decade, as I started coming here when I was in 5th grade to play in the orchestra for concerts in elementary school, and my brother also being an alumnus of the school. Durfee has been a very important part of my life, and it still continues to be, as I used to be a member who used to watch the Durfee concerts, but now I get to be a part of them as well as the theater performances. And it really is amazing getting to see my own progress as well as some of my other friends who have been alongside me the entire time. I'm grateful for the time that I've had at Durfee and the year that I will finish off here as a senior. I'm so proud to be the student body president of a great student body that has amazing potential, and I can say with 100% guarantee that Durfee High School has some of the most amazing potential in students that I have ever seen. It is an insane amount from so many students, and it houses over 2,000 students. That's over 2,000 futures that will live in a building that a lot of people, as we can see here, have taken care of and want to see grow and become incredible in the future. The students in this building are the future of this city and the future of this nation. It's very clear that Durfee has amazing people who take care of it, people who support our students, people who support our staff, and it's a great circle and a great family to be a part of. Watching the building get built every single day has been amazing to see. I've attended football games and played at the halftime, and it's amazing to see the site of the building getting built right behind the games. It's definitely amazing pictures that you will be able to find. The effort and resources being put forth is incredible, and it feels amazing to know that it's being put in good hands. It's very clear that the people who have taken care of this building want it to see go through and be successful for the next 100 years. Durfee has been a great place for me, and it's very clear that it's been a great place for a lot of the other alumni as well, and I'm so happy to be its representative, and I cannot wait to come back in a few years and see the new Durfee. Thank you.
That would be pretty cool. This brings us to the conclusion of this monumentous day, the day where we put the final pieces of steel up and get ready for the next phase of construction. In just over a year, we're going to be back here again. The ribbon cutting. It's going to be 3 times as big as this. I hope everyone is here on that proud day when we cut the ribbon into this brand new building. It's ironic, but also righteous that we head into Thanksgiving week. Thankful for the great work of a great community. A community whose future looks bright because of the wonderful students and families that reside in our city. Because of the great relationships we have between our elected officials, both locally and at the state level, to get things done. This doesn't happen everywhere. This is a testament to the goodwill, good faith, good effort, and collegial relationships that we have in this city. As a superintendent, it's moments like this that make this whole work worthwhile. Why do we do this work? Why do we run to work every day? Progress. And this is an example of seeing something happen every single day. With that, I thank everyone for their support. I thank everyone for their presence here today. And God bless America. Let's go Fall River.